Hey guys, I got the final part of the equipment series of my top 10 list here today for you. And let's see, it is also Tuesday, so I'm going to be able to get in. I think we're going to take a little break tomorrow and do some Dauntless trial carries tomorrow and pick up doing the rest of my tier lists after that. So if you want to watch some or participate in some trial carries, feel free to join me tomorrow if you haven't got to complete them yet this week, and we can get that done for you. This week it is Drask, I believe. If we check out, yep, it's Drask. So, but on to the video portion. We're going to start today with number 10 on the list, which is the Nasher Treads. Now, normally I would never recommend running these things, but a lot of the leg pieces are so bad that this one actually makes the bottom of the list at number 10. It's got tough on it, which I never recommend running. Even when paired with tenacious, it just doesn't give you that much of a boost. But if you're a brand new player and you want some extra tankiness, tough does help a little bit, and it's got the power cell slot on there. So I only recommend using this if you are literally a brand new player, and just try to wean yourself off that tough bonus as quickly as possible. Let's see, we got number 8 here. Number 8 is Feet of Ice. Now, I don't recommend this in most cases because it's got a defense cell on it, but it does have Overpower, which is a really, really good ability. Only reason it made number 9, honestly. And if you're running Hunting Grounds, for example, it does help to have a +3. That was what I'm thinking of here. Parasitic. I do recommend sticking Parasitic in there. So that's that way you get a little bit of lifesteal in there. Let's see. Number 8, we have Torgadoros Gate. Now, Knockout King isn't an absurdly good cell. I would only recommend using this if you're running a stagger build. It is specifically designed to stagger behemoths really quickly. And the biggest time that I'd recommend doing that is when you're going for your behemoth mastery checkmarks. A lot of the behemoths have one that says kill this behemoth in under 3 minutes, unless they removed that. I don't think they did. Let's just go to mastery real quick and check some of these here real quick. Yeah, actually it does look like they removed it, so not super useful really anymore. So if you're running a stagger build, great. If you're not, don't bother. So very, very specific niche builds that's good for. Moving on to pieces that are actually useful now that I would recommend using on at least a fairly regular basis. We're going to start with Striders of the Rift. Now, Conduit, I've said this in my other videos that it's not incredibly useful and it's not top tier anymore, but it's still mildly useful and really good on a team, and it does have that mobility cell in there so that you can stick in Assassin's Frenzy, so it's good for that. The next one we're going to talk about here is Stride of Thorns. Now, Stride of Thorns, absolutely top tier when it comes to Trials builds, because it's got the Predator, obviously, and it's also got a utility cell so that you can get your tonics up to full power with that catalyst cell in there, in combination with your lantern. So really, really, really good piece for Trials. I personally don't use them in any other non-trial builds, but absolutely fantastic for that. That's why they make number 6 on this list here. Number 5, we're getting into the Timeweave Leggings. Also really, really good pieces here for Trials because they have Catalyst on them, and they also got the Power Cell. So you can always stick a utility cell in one of your universal slots. So honestly, not really a huge difference between this and the Stride of Thorns, just you're going to move your pieces around slightly differently based on how you want your Trials build to look. on with that, we're going to get into Boreal March. Boreal March, absolutely fantastic piece. A lot of builds use Tenacious for just the constant damage bonus, and it's got that technique slot in there. So I highly recommend this for, in particular, Frost Escalation builds when you just want to do some speed runs on there because it's Frost type. But if you don't want to be forced into taking Tenacious, there's some better options here. We're going to start with Chrono Treads. Now these have Pulse on them, which I only recommend running on Axe and Chain Blades or any kind of build where you're really relying on a single really big hitting attack that you really want to make sure crits. It's also useful for builds where you want to guarantee certain procs on your weapons. For example here, the sixth hit in a row does 250% damage, so you want to make sure that if you're running this for a part break build, you want your pulse on there so that you can guarantee that every sixth hit is a crit, and that will match up every time with the Ember Shots, and guarantee that that 250% part damage is always a crit, which is just massively helpful there. So next, these top two are the two that I use in most of my builds here. Where is it? There it is. Volcanic Treads. These are absolutely fantastic pieces, and they're really easy to get really early in the game. So if you're a new player, try to get these power surged as quickly as possible, and you're going to use them for a long time, if not, forever. And of course, they have the power cell in there, which is top meta right now for that as well. So just great piece, especially for early game. And on to the number one piece. This one's a little bit more end game to get. You guys have probably guessed it. If you're a pro gamer here, we got the Thrax's Guile. They've got Cunning on them and a technique slot. Really top tier, fantastic piece there for builds that use technique cells. So Cunning is almost a must in every build. Just really good piece there. You have that on, and you're running the Dark Watch, and you just got your 6 Cunning is already there. You got the extra technique slot to stick in your pred, and you can kind of do the rest of your build however you're going to do the rest of your build. But it's just really great piece. Once you get up to this point, if you have an extra Ether Heart laying around, definitely throw it in there, and it's just fantastic leg piece. So that concludes my equipment section covering these 4 top 10 pieces. If you haven't seen my other 3 videos, definitely check those out, and hopefully you learned something. After I do my carries, I'm going to be doing the weapon unique effects, which are going to cover all of these kind of like abilities here on the weapons, and I'm going to do my top 10 for that. And then after that, we're going to cover perks. So it's going to be, I'm going to try to do like the top maybe 3 for each perk type, and I'll do that all in one video so you can see those. And that concludes this video today. I've got my official listings in for my 4-week update here. I absolutely love you guys. You guys have wasted 1,200 hours of your lives in the last 4 weeks watching my videos. I told you you'll never get those 1,200 hours back. I'm just short of 25,000 views these last 4 weeks, and my subscriber change has gone up by 337, which is almost a 200% increase. So you guys have given me some hope here for making partner. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe. Commenting helps out as well. I try to get back to everybody. And keep watching, and I'll keep posting. That's what I'm saying. So with that, I am going to peace out.